morning, Coach.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Coach, we were just talking about it. I don't know what time the game ended, and after you did your media and the guys showered, did you guys jump on the Acela like at 11, 12? What time did you get up to the New York area?
I think we left at 10 o'clock, so right away, immediately following the game. So we get right out there, and then somewhere around midnight, 12:30, get to the hotel.
So you didn't get much sleep?
No, not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
So I can hear it in your voice, the frustration, because, the first few times we've had you on, you've been just so, eager and excited. It's got to be frustrating. But Sergey did point out to us, I guess in 2018, your first year coach, was it in Hershey?
Yeah.
That you got off to a rough start there, and you ended up, winning the league, whatever you did, winning your conference. So you've been through this before. You want to talk about the start, how frustrating it is, and just, some bright spots.
Yeah, it's not the way that we want to draw it up to repeat.
Right.
But we're just struggling to score goals right now, and doing some good things from controlling the game standpoint, and a lot of things within the game to create opportunities to score, and it just hasn't gone our way thus far. So usually you go through that at certain points in the year, a game, 2 games, 3 games, but it's just probably a little bit more frustrating because it's right out of the gate, and it's now we're 5 games into this, and to be going through something like this early in the year it's not fun for anybody, and now we got to find a way to not feel sorry for ourselves and dig ourselves out of it.
Is it something that just kind of cropped up out of nowhere? Like, did you see this in the preseason? Did you have any hint of this? I know the preseason games are different, not quite the same intensity and everything, but did you see it coming?
No, to be dead honest with you, no, not at all. I thought our game in the preseason was good, and you just, like for some of our personnel to not be on the board yet with a goal, you would never draw that up. You couldn't bet on that in Vegas if you tried. You go down the list of guys that are still looking to get on the board, the Tom Wilsons of the world, TJ Oshie, Backstrom, Kuznetsov. O gets his first one last night. But we're real snake bitten, and like I said, usually that comes with a few players at a time. That's always going to happen. That's a part of sports. Not every single guy, or if every guy is feeling it, you're probably going on a pretty good run. But right now, we just cannot find the back of the net with our entire group.
So, Coach, big-time jump in Ovi shots last night. He had 7 in the first period. That's the most shots by any player in any period so far in the NHL this year. He winds up with 14 on the night. As you mentioned, he scored on the power play. So taking an L isn't great, but getting Ovi more involved in the offense, that jump-starting it, that can't be a bad thing.
Yeah, he was dominant last night, I thought. Right from that first power play, just an attack mindset, and you could tell right away he was not deferring last night, and any opportunity that he got, he was attacking and setting the tone for our group. So I thought last night, probably, again, as crazy as it is, and nobody wants to hear anything about playing well. Like, I thought that's probably one of our best games, if not, going back through the film, our best game of the year, and we lose 4-1. And so you go, what the hell? And he drove that. Like, he like you said, right away from the start of the game, the shot volume, attacking, getting to the net. Like, even the goal that's disallowed, for me, that's when you watch that's someone that's in desperation mode, like flying into the net, trying to get the puck in there. He goes barreling in there. They end up disallowing the goal, but it just shows you, like, he literally was ready to go through the end wall to try to get that puck across the line. And I thought he led the way last night.
Talking to Spencer Carbery, coach of the Washington Capitals. They fall last night 4-1. So I was looking at a stat that I'm not familiar with, and maybe you can explain it. It's an analytics, and it basically says that you guys are the second unluckiest team in the league. Your PDO is .945. Do you know that term? Can you explain it to us?
It just essentially means that your expected goals. So how's the best way to explain it? So as you go through a game, computers and they can chart where you're shooting the puck from, where the puck's moving from point A to point B, and the opportunities that you're getting towards the net, so your shots, and how they're coming. Like, is it coming off 2 passes? Is it a pass across the middle? Is it a shot with a screen? All that stuff's taken into account. So they can compute essentially what you should, and that's the real, in parentheses, should score any given night. You should score 3.6 goals or 2.4. If you don't have a great night, you probably like 1.2 expected goals. So what that means is we're probably up in the, whatever it is, I want to say around 3.5 expected goals last night, and probably through the 5 games, it's probably right around that number. I haven't checked this morning. And you're giving up, what are we expected to give up? So on the other side of it defensively, so let's say it's at 2.8. So you're a goal and a half ahead, but at the end of the day, you're losing games, or you're not hitting that target or that expected goals, and then you're giving up more than what's expected. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, but it could tell you that maybe you're playing better than the actual scores. I mean, you guys outshot them 37-17 last night. Like, typically, if you're out shooting your opponent 37-17, I got to believe you win.
Yeah, and that's like, it's a broken record, but it's the frustrating part of it, especially for our guys, is when you're trying to do the right things, when you're playing the right way, when you're digging in and doing all these things that we're asking, and you're not rewarding. It's extremely frustrating. So we just got to find a way. We got to find something that just sparks us and gets us going and turns our year around a little bit to give our group some confidence and give us a little bit of swagger.
Coach, how frustrating was the sequence in the second period where Sonny Milano has a decent chance on Wall, gets turned away, and then Austin Matthews, he just casually flicks the puck like, I don't know, 70 feet down the ice, right onto Nylander's tape, and then he beats Kemps, and all of a sudden it's 3-0, where if Milano converts there, it's 2-1, you're right in the game, and then, this fast-breaking Toronto team, they just get on the board with that opportunity.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been witness to that over the last 2 years on the other side of having the luxury of those guys. They're world-class players like Austin and Willie, John Tavares, Mitch Marner, and that's in this league. There's those moments in a game where it's one way and it looks like it's in your favor and you look like you're doing all the right things, and then a real world-class player gets a puck, and Will Nylander makes a hell of a play and uses his speed, protects the puck, elevates the finish there to go upstairs. That's what those guys are capable of. They're some of the best players in the world, so that's they make a big play at a big moment, and it puts us in a real hole.
Coach, so Darcy's numbers, I mean, this, they're not great right now, just the numbers. He's at 87% save percentage, which ranks 41st right now. 15 goals allowed, but I don't know, is that mostly on Darcy? Is he off to a slow start too, or these defensive breakdowns?
A combination of both. I didn't think Darcy, that was his best last night. I thought the first goal squeaks through armpit on him there. Even the Nylander goal, like, you would like to, because he's got some pressure, you would like him to be able to challenge there and make a big save in that moment. So I think it's a little bit of a combination of both. And that's sort of the way, which is when you're peeling back the onion and looking at the big picture, like, all of these scenarios, which generally you don't script, that are struggling, special teams, penalty kill. Our penalty kill has been great last year. Scotty Allen does an excellent job. It's really struggling. Every night we've given up one. Last night we give up 2. Goaltending. Like, you just go down the list. Power play gets on the board. I thought it was the best it's been all year last night, but hadn't scored up to yes. So it's just like everything you go down in these boxes, you're just trying to plug holes right now, and that's the way it's gone for us this year. But like I said, we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. We've got to find a way to change the momentum in all these different departments.
So
and Darcy's not going to go tonight, right? Hunter Shepard's going to go. Can you tell us about him?
Yeah, Shep, he's going to get his first NHL start tonight. Great opportunity. He's earned it. He's been in the organization for a few years in the minor leagues in Hershey, won the Calder Cup last year. And he's not your prototypical traditional 6'3". He's a smaller guy that has come from college, has come the long route, someone that you pull for. He's battled his whole career, and just the one common thread that he's had, or that he's proven and continued to do, is he's won at every level. And he just continues to prove people wrong. So it's a good chance for him to play his first NHL game tonight. So I'm excited for him, and he's worked his butt off for a lot of years for this moment.
Coach, no rest for the weary. Right back at it tonight. 2 puck drops in just about 25 hours as you're in Jersey tonight. Jack Hughes is a stud. He leads the Devils in points, goals, and assists. How tough is that back-to-back night turnaround, especially coming off a loss?
Yeah, we're going to find out for our group. This is our first of the year. So I would like to think, they're in the same situation as well. They played last night too. So, coming into here, and this is, we got to show the resiliency of our group. And in difficult circumstances, in difficult moments, whether it's a back-to-back, whether we're trailing in a game, whether our season has gotten off to the not the start that we had hoped, we need to find out some answers here from our group. We need to dig in tonight against a really good team and find a way and push through, and not go the other way to where, I'm too tired, or, this just isn't going my way. So I'm just going to, I got 75% tonight, because that's not going to be good enough. And that's not our group. That's not the character of our group. So I would like to think that we'll respond tonight, and you'll see a very, very hungry, determined group tonight against New Jersey.
All right, Coach. Appreciate the time, Coach Carbery. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good day.
Yep,
All
best
right.
of luck, man.
Get some sleep.
It's got to be daunting to go into this. What is it? What are they now? 1-4 or
1-3-1.
whatever the hell they are.
1-3-1.
And you're starting a guy in goal in his first career start
First
against
ever.
a good team,
Right.
right?
You got on the
And you're
road.
staring in the face of like 1-4-1, right?
Could
It's
be.
gonna.
But,
how many goalies go out there and ball out and win their first start?
Yeah, but there was a stretch in yesterday's game where Kemper gave up 3 goals and 8 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked him
Yeah,
that
you don't want
question.
him out there back-to-back nights. This is the prototypical time where you turn to your backup.
But maybe not the guy making his first career start.
I know it's trust me, it's not ideal. It's
Look,
not
if
an ideal
Charlie was
situation.
healthy, he'd be out there.
Yeah,
It's not
Lindgren would be
ideal.
in there.
But like Carb said, you got a bunch of veterans who've won a lot of games before and obviously won a cup. They don't want to lose. They're going to try their ass off. I'm not saying they're going to win, but let's see if they can get it done tonight and make it a little bit more respectable.
That was Coach Spencer Carbery, brought to you by the Centers for Advanced Orthopedics. More locations, more advanced care centered around one thing. You visit CFAortho.com